Well, welcome to this edition of the Dean's Video Newsletter. We have a really exciting celebration ahead of us for this year, and that would be the 10th anniversary of the Windsor program. So what I want to do is spend a little bit of time just talking about some of the accomplishments. They've been tremendous within one decade. We tend to think about this as being a decade, but when you actually look back, this is a project that began almost 10 years before that. You may not be aware, but across Ontario, we were in a fairly significant problem with underserviced populations for family physicians and primary care delivery. And so the government of Ontario invested heavily in an expansion of training within the medical schools to move schools more out into the communities, to create greater capacity, and with part of the belief being that if you had individuals training within these communities that were perceived as being underserviced, that you might actually have them stay and you would deal with this issue of underserviced communities. The bottom line is, it worked brilliantly. And so when you look at what we've achieved in Windsor, that achievement is built on the foundation of a recognition that this had to be done in order to increase the amount of care delivered to the population of Ontario. And southwestern Ontario was no exception to that. It's also built heavily, though, upon the goodwill and the dedication of people in Windsor and southwestern Ontario, particularly the Essex County distribution, where people really came to the table behind the school to help not only with physically supporting it, but as physicians, just to begin to take on learners when they'd never done so before. And that's really quite a remarkable achievement. The fact that we have the Schulich School of Medicine with a program and campus sitting on the University of Windsor also is a tremendous piece of goodwill. That's a very unique relationship. That is Western University with a program embedded within the University of Windsor, and a very symbiotic relationship between the two. All of that has led to an incredibly successful program. So as we look at being 10 years out and celebrating that, we're looking at over 200 students that have graduated from that program. There are now 149 students in any given year at the undergraduate level who are receiving the entirety of their training in Windsor. Very important. Curriculum is shared between our two campuses, but physically, geographically, they're situated within Windsor for that. Now you take that one step further. We now have individuals who have undergone their training and graduated. Right? We celebrated that in 2012. Right? Students who have done the entirety of their training have then gone on to do the residency training in Windsor and then stayed. So if you look at those students who have graduated, finished their program, the residency training, the majority of those students are staying within Windsor and the Essex County surround. That's what this was designed to do, and it's successful from that line. But beyond that, we now have resident trainees who are spending 4, 5, 6 years of postgraduate training, having graduated as physicians, getting additional training and a specialization in Windsor. So as that starts to come to fruition as well, we expect that you're going to see more and more individuals who are choosing Essex County, our region, Windsor, as being a place to stay, have their careers for it. There's no doubt that the idea that there's going to be the new super hospital built is also going to be a major attractor for retaining within Windsor. So this entire project, all of this time that's been spent, from the initial idea that we needed to be doing something to change the number of physicians being trained in Ontario for underserviced distribution, to the idea that there would be a campus in Windsor, to the tremendous support of everybody within the community to achieve this, to looking at the numbers now of successful graduates and who are staying behind. I don't think you can ask for more than this. So congratulations to everybody who has contributed to this, from people within the city just giving the time and support, to those who have been massively supported in the structure, to all of those individuals who are teaching our students. This has been something that you should take immense pride in, because we certainly do. So congratulations on this. Well done.